restaurant patio on Matt Lachey. 4 people were hurt and a woman named Mary Lou Sharp was killed. She was well known and loved around Matt Lachey. She was eating outside that barbecue place like she normally did when a driver went off the road Saturday. Her memorial has been growing with people from across the area coming to pay their respects. It's your big story tonight at 7. Thanks so much for joining us on ABC7. I'm Megan Miller.
And I'm Christy Soto. Some neighbors we talked to today actually rushed to Mary Lou's side trying to save her life. One being Michael O'Brien's wife, who is an ER nurse. She was with Mary Lou until the very end.
My wife did tell that woman that she wasn't alone, so hopefully she had some peace at the end.
Her ability to make you laugh no matter what you're going through in your life, because she's been there, she done it, and she had the advice to give you.
ABC7 asked if FHP if that driver was drunk or impaired, but so far troopers would only say the crash is under investigation. Witnesses did tell us the driver was swerving before the crash. There have been no official charges. Once we learn more, we will update you right here on ABC7.
Although we've had a more rainy, dry season than usual, we have all been reminded how quickly Southwest Florida can go up in flames. Multiple wildfires have started over the past week. One brush fire in Golden Gate came just feet from homes and forced people to evacuate. Plus, multiple fires in Cape Coral burned more than 30 acres combined. Luckily, no one was hurt in those fires and no homes were damaged.
The most recent brush fire burned off Alico Road today. Right now, the 7-acre fire is 70% contained. Remember, we are in the thick of dry season. And just this past week, Golden Gate Estate saw 4 fires. The most recent fire burned 8 acres before being contained yesterday. Crews are out today monitoring hot spots. ABC7's Alexa Velez is getting you more on the string of brush fires.
If you look closely behind me, you can still see some hot spots smoking on this property along Pioneer Trail and Dovetree Street. This area seems to have been heavily affected. It also looks like first responders had to cut this fence down to access the fire. Florida Forest Service and Greater Naples fire crews are still out here trying to mop up the area and make sure fires don't start up again.
Florida's wildfire season is coming in hot this year in Collier County.
It was terrifying. We've seen so many wildfires in the area that really consume so much, and we've spent a lot of hard work and effort on getting this established.
Yesterday, this wildfire erupted near Pioneer Trail and Dovetree Street in Golden Gate Estates. Jessica Johnson owns a tropical fruit farm just down the road.
I've seen flames at the top of the cypress trees, so that was pretty terrifying.
Greater Naples Fire, Florida Forest Service, and Collier County Sheriff's Office responded to the 8-acre fire yesterday around 4 p.m.
We just came up with a game plan of let's move all of our valuables, make sure we got it in the car, so if it comes close, we'll just get out of here, evacuate.
Luckily, there were no evacuations, but just last Monday, we were on scene of another 6-acre brush fire that did force people out of their homes in the area of 6th Avenue Northeast and Everglades Boulevard. The state is now asking people to prepare for this wildfire season.
Prepare your home regularly by clearing your roof and gutters of debris. Prepare your yard by creating and maintaining a defensible space buffer around your home. Be smart and vigilant if burning yard waste.
The fire is now 100% contained, but Collier County Sheriff's Office says you should expect to see smoke in the area and avoid it altogether until further notice. The cause of the fire is currently under investigation. Reporting in Golden Gate Estates, I'm Alexa Velez, ABC7.
Even when we do get some rain, the fire danger can still be a big threat. Meteorologist Sammy Squires is here getting us more on what we can expect as we get deeper into dry season. Hey, Sammy.
Hey, Megan. Yeah, that's right. So since we are in a dry season right now, it usually runs from November to about May. That's where we're currently sitting, right around that April range. The opposite, of course, is rainy season. That's where we get about 55 to 70% of our annual rainfall. So right now, since we are in dry season, we know that we've had a wetter winter and so far a wetter dry season within the last couple of months. I mean, about 3 inches November, over 4 inches December, and almost 5 inches in January. But now you can see we've kind of have backed off a little bit in the last couple of months. These months are usually our drier months, but especially so far in April, it does not look likely that we will actually hit our be above our normal amount of rainfall, which we are right now about 3 inches over the normal amount of rainfall for this time of year. But things are looking to back off a little bit. Why? Well, because we're starting to transition out of El Nino. Now, we're transitioning into a neutral phase, and we have that 60% chance for La Nina happening this summer. So we've had a wetter winter and drier season so far due to El Nino, but now things are starting to dry out due to things finally starting to slow down, and we are transitioning. So we're not seeing as many fronts happening here in Southwest Florida, and we do have a dry week ahead for us. We'll talk about that coming up in your most accurate forecast.
Thanks, Sammy. Take a look at this brand new video. You are watching a man in Hendrick County drive through a Lee County deputy's garage, and then deputies say he starts shooting. Investigators say the deputy was at home with his son when the chaos started. Thankfully, both the deputy and his son were not hurt. The suspect was quickly arrested.
This incident could have been worse if he hadn't decided to do what he did. He could have simply waited for the deputy to walk outside and open fire, which would have been really bad. So, again, we have no reason to believe that this was anything but a targeted attack on law enforcement.
My deputy is a hero. He jumped into action to protect his family. He ran to danger when so many would run away. Thank God he and his family were not injured during this vicious attack.
Yeah, thank goodness he was not hurt. The accused shooter, Derek Weber, is sitting in the Hendrick County Jail. He is facing multiple charges, including attempted murder.
A new bill would make it illegal to harass anyone with law enforcement while they're on the job. Governor DeSantis says it's meant to protect the men and women in uniform, but some people against the bill say harassment could be a matter of opinion, leading to a slippery slope. Tonight, ABC7's chief political correspondent Dave Elias is getting you more on the specifics of the bill and the reaction to it.
Now, this new law not only affects police officers and sheriff's deputies, it also impacts any first responders who are harassed out in the field. Senate Bill 184 defines harassment as willfully engaging in conduct that intentionally causes distress and serves no legitimate purpose.
It is very broad because, you know, from here, like you just doing this, that could translate to harassment, but it just depends on the person specifically. The bill also makes it a crime to ignore a first responder's warning, to not approach, or to remain 25 feet away. That's far away, honestly. 25 feet is far from the actual something that's actually going on.
25 foot is a great start. I wish it was 50 or 100 foot.
Hendrick County Sheriff Steve Whidden and Lee County Sheriff Carmine Marcino support the law.
While we're looking at a distraction, someone videotaping or harassing a law enforcement officer pursuant to his duties could cost a life.
It's the recording or documenting an officer that opponents of the law are worried about.
I think they don't want to take accountability if anything goes wrong, which we've seen since the turn of the decade, since 2020 and George Floyd incident.
Opponents like Adriana Stanton say that had it not been for a person with a camera, we would never have known how George Floyd died. However, police argue that people with cameras can be distracting to first responders.
We're dealing with people, we're trying to interview people, and we got people walking up right in our faces with phones. This is my right. This is my right.
What is someone trying to accomplish? They want to harass. There's no positive outcome that's coming from that.
Those who oppose a 25-foot ban say it could be a violation of the First Amendment.
So I think that's the right that we have to record, and I don't think we're doing anything wrong with that.
Sheriff Whidden disagrees.
Okay, it is your right. I get that. But it's all right to be able to investigate this, and it's this person's right to be able to have his case heard by us, and so we can figure out what's going on.
Now, this new law is slated to go into effect January of next year. In Lee County, Dave Elias, ABC7.
A new monument has gone up in Florida honoring Floridians who fought in Iraq and Afghanistan. The monument went up in Port St. Lucie. It names the Floridians killed in each war. Army veteran and Port St. Lucie Councilman David Pickett hopes the monument will be a place of reflection, honor, and appreciation.
It's very touching to have this here. This is actually the first memorial of its kind in the country, dedicated to the Iraq and Afghanistan veterans.
The Iraq and Afghanistan War Memorial Foundation looked at 50 places across the state for the new memorial before deciding on Port St. Lucie.
Tensions in the Middle East are rising after Iran attacked Israel over the weekend. Over the weekend, the United States helped shoot down drones and missiles heading for Israel, and people in our state are making their voices heard. Today, some protesters in Orlando gathered to call on Congress to stop sending military aid to Israel. Since Hamas's attack in October, more than 35,000 people have been killed, including 13,000 children in Gaza.
It's important today because today is tax day, and we want our representatives and our senators to know that we don't want our tax dollars funding a genocide, and we will keep protesting and we will keep calling until we get a permanent ceasefire in Palestine.
Protesters also called on U.S. officials to help with an immediate and permanent ceasefire and the release of all Israeli hostages. The White House is pledging to stand with the Jewish state and support their defense.
Gas prices seem to be rising across the Sunshine State. Some experts are blaming the war in the Middle East. Officials say the average price for a gallon of gas jumped 5 cents statewide over the weekend. The cheapest prices are in the Panhandle, while South Florida is seeing the most expensive prices.
We've seen some jumps at the pump here in the past couple of weeks. A lot of upward pressure on fuel prices because of rising oil prices. Although the United States is producing oil at record levels again, OPEC is drawing back on how much oil they're putting into the market. And then you have geopolitical tensions.
And unfortunately, experts could not give a time frame on when we could see prices dropping.
A drug shortage is making history and putting people in a dangerous pinch. Next at 7 in our cover story, ABC7 gets you more on what's behind it and what's being done to help patients in need.
Stay weather ready with ABC7, Southwest Florida's most accurate forecast. We've got you covered from sunup to sundown, no matter what, with the area's most accurate live radar, tracking storms before they hit.
North Fort Myers, you can expect rain by 6:15.
And Southwest Florida's most experienced storm team, working to keep you ahead of Mother Nature.
And get ready, Cape Coral.
It's why ABC7 is Southwest Florida's most accurate, and it's how we keep you weather ready. ABC7 News sponsored by Slider Genie, making your slider wishes come true.
With features you won't find on Honda CR-V, Nissan Rogue, or Toyota RAV4, the Hyundai Tucson puts the other guys in their place. Namely, the rearview mirror. Only a Tucson compares to a Tucson. Lease a Tucson for $209 a month or get 3.79% APR or $1,250 bonus cash. Visit your Southwest Florida Hyundai dealer today.
Commitment isn't just a word we throw around. It's baked into everything we do.
If you've been hurt in a car accident, our commitment gets real fast. We interview witnesses and gather evidence.
We let the other side know that you're not alone and that your words have power.
You were injured by no fault of your own, but together we can hit back with the full force of the law.
Real commitment starts when you walk through our door. Farah and Farah.
When it comes to outdoor furniture, why choose Rooms to Go Patio? Because as America's largest independent furniture company, we have incredible buying power. And with the power to buy comes the power to save. And you know what that means for you. High quality furniture without the high price tag. It's what makes Rooms to Go Patio so special. Great style, affordable prices, and an amazing selection. Experience the power of Rooms to Go Patio for yourself. Shop a showroom near you today.
Come by Subaru of Naples, home of the upfront pricing guarantee. Get 0% APR financing on select Subaru Outbacks or 0% APR financing on select Subaru Foresters. Jackson is chasing deals, so come purchase from a fully transparent, reputable, family-owned retailer. Subaru of Naples, 1 mile south of Pine Ridge at Goodlet Frank and Solana Road.
I do love this job.
You feeling it?
Whoa! Yes, let's do it.
The Drew Barrymore Show, weekdays at noon on ABC7.
Take a look at some brand new video of the aftermath of a deadly crash on I-95 in St. Lucie County. Wow, that's a big fire. Investigators say an 81-year-old man was going the wrong way on the interstate when they hit another driver head-on. both drivers died. FHP says the man from Delray Beach was going northbound in the southbound lanes, causing that fiery crash.
A nationwide shortage of potentially life-saving drugs is growing worse by the day. Some top pharmacists are now calling it the worst shortage in history. Now patients are asking why this is happening and when the problem can be solved. Tonight in our cover story, ABC7 gets you more on the search for a solution. Doctors and pharmacists are sounding the alarm as a nationwide drug shortage hits a record high, with more than 320 medications now in short supply.
This is one of the worst times that we've had as far as we've been tracking, especially with the total number of ongoing and active shortages.
Experts say some patients are having to forego critical medication because hospitals and pharmacies just can't get it. Cancer treatments, diabetes, ADHD, and injectable drugs, critical in life-saving operations, are just some of the medications in low supply. Marilyn Martin has type 2 diabetes and has had trouble finding her prescriptions.
I started it and everything was going really good. And then all of a sudden I can't get the dose that I'm on.
Kimberly Yard's daughter has taken the stimulant Vyvanse for her ADHD for years, but her insurance company wants her to switch to Adderall, another drug in short supply.
So you want me to potentially not have consistent medication for my daughter? Instead, really? Why?
Experts say there are several reasons as to why. Supply and demand, issues with manufacturing and raw material following the pandemic, and lack of incentive for big pharmaceutical companies to produce the generic drugs that have now become cheaper. Data shows 90% of Americans now rely on generic drugs. Experts say there are often alternative medications, but they come with challenges.
It creates a lot of problems inside the hospital, potential for dosing errors, potential for medication errors, and in some cases, patients have to go without therapy or have their care rationed.
The Biden administration is now pushing Congress to pass a law that rewards hospitals that buy drugs from a wider range of manufacturers. The FTC is also investigating distributors to look at whether they have a part in the shortage.
Well, if you're out at night, you're going to want to look up because you might catch a shooting star. The oldest known meteor shower, the Lyrids, is peaking. Officials say the best time to see the shower is right after moonset and just before dawn. You could see 10 to 20 shooting stars. Some lucky folks have seen as many as 100 in the past.
Now, the ABC7 forecast, your most accurate forecast.
And it's a great night to see that, especially once that sun goes down. Feels really nice out there as temperatures still in the lower 80s and even some neighborhoods in the upper 70s. Dew points, though, right in the mid 50s, fairly comfortable out there. And we are going to be fairly comfortable over the next couple of days before we start to see that humidity rising as we head into the latter half of the weekend. That will give us some isolated rain chances. But for now, things look really good. Mainly clear skies out there. And if you are planning on checking out that meteor shower, a clear night is expected. Sunset right around 8 p.m. tonight, a few minutes prior to that. So after that, I'd say once it really gets dark out there, that's when you want to go out there and let your eyes adjust for about 15, maybe even up to 20 minutes before you finally get to look up, and eventually you'll see one of those shooting stars, also known as a meteor, out there. Temperatures, though, fairly nice out there, heading back into the mid-70s as we head into the later half of the evening ahead, and eventually making our way into the 60s overnight. Only a couple of clouds out there at the current moment, and I do expect them to go away as it does get dark out there. Just some of that leftover daytime heating. We have high pressure located in the Gulf of Mexico, and it's going to kind of sit there over the next couple of days, not moving very much. That will continue to bring us mainly clear skies and this lower humidity, which is expected to stay through the middle of the week ahead. And little to no cloud cover is expected. Now, we'll be seeing the winds coming mainly from the east tomorrow afternoon, and then the sea breeze will try to push a southwesterly wind in our area. Altogether, though, winds right around 10 miles per hour in the peak of the afternoon, and a few clouds possible late in the day. Altogether, though, mainly sunny day is once again expected for your Tuesday. Temperatures are going to get quite warm, though, as we approach the middle half of the afternoon. Average highs for this time of year are right around 85 degrees. We hit a high of 80, I think 87 today, maybe 88. No, it's 87, yes. All right. Checking that off there. Tomorrow, your high is 88. And then we head to about 90 degrees for Wednesday and right around that 90-degree mark on Thursday as well. So we're going to be trending on the warmer side over the next couple of days. And it may be the first time we see 90 so far this year. We have more chances to see it in the upcoming week ahead, as we do have no major front heading our way anytime soon. So for tomorrow morning, a nice and cool start to our day in the low to mid 60s for us, then heading to about 80 degrees around lunchtime, mainly sunny day with highs right around the mid to upper 80s in the peak of the afternoon. So a warmer day, but not too humid, so that's always good. 7-day forecast, upper 80s to lower 90s, and then we do have those small or isolated rain chances in the forecast as we approach Friday and into the upcoming weekend ahead. That's your most accurate forecast from ABC7.
3 people broke into a home in Hendry County, and some of the suspects are still on the run. See how the homeowners fought back and why deputies want you to be careful tonight.
A new video shows a man riding a bike in Cape Coral with nearly nothing on. Why police say this might be perfectly legal.
Using a family's biggest tragedy to help save lives. Next at 7, hear from one family about how their daughter has become an angel to so many people.
ABC7, your most accurate forecast, sponsored by Goldstein, Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Hertz.
Bet you didn't see that. But if you were an Atlas and could detect things in 0.02 seconds, you would have. The Atlas with Front Assist.
Get 1.9% APR financing or a $3,000 customer bonus on a new 2024 Atlas or Atlas Cross Sport during the Volkswagen 75th anniversary event.
Refresh, renew, remodel your kitchen. Our award-winning design team at Redesign Build is ready to inspire you. Visit our showroom to see a variety of beautiful kitchen cabinet styles and finishes, quartz, tile, and more. Reimagine your kitchen. Visit redesignbuild.com.
I was with another law firm and couldn't get in contact with them. They wouldn't answer the phone. With Fair and Fairer, I call, I get an answer. You ain't a number for them. They worry about you, and they make you feel like real family.
Psoriasis all over. I couldn't get my hair done.
Then psoriatic arthritis. Cosentyx works on both for me.
People with psoriasis on the scalp have a 4 times higher risk for psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions, severe skin reactions that look like eczema, and an increased risk of infections, some fatal, have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen.
Still working for me.
Hey, it's Spiro, and when you're making your next out-of-state move, call the trusted long-distance expert, The Good Greek. As a former police officer, I know of the risks of moving cross-country, and my Superhero Mover Academy graduates are professionally trained and vetted for a safe and stress-free move. So no matter the distance, The Good Greek will move you there safely. Schedule your long-distance move today at goodgreek.com.
Good Greek, moving and storage, your superhero movers.
At Babcock Ranch, we love to see people connect to nature, to each other, and to something greater than themselves. It's the town of tomorrow, right here, right now. Powered by the sun and energized by true community. Let life shine at Babcock Ranch.
When considering the purchase of a diamond or diamond jewelry, is selection important to you? How about value? Is having an experience with a non-commissioned consultant who feels more like a friend than a salesperson sound amazing?
I would want an experience like this with any major purchase. If you're in the market for a diamond, then visit us at the Diamond District. Allow us to share our knowledge, selection, and love of diamonds with you. Todd and I are excited to meet you personally and welcome you to our Diamond District family.
It took 138 iterations to refine the Tiguan chassis, but it also took 22 birthdays and 16 neglected haircuts. The meticulously refined Tiguan. Get 0% APR financing or a $2,000 customer bonus on a new 2024 Tiguan during the Volkswagen 75th anniversary sales event.
ABC7 is sponsored by Rooms to Go. We make furniture shopping easy, fast, and affordable. Visit us today.
It's now time for your Bright Side block on your news at 7.
Every night we like to end our newscast with some of the good things happening around the world.
Even in the biggest tragedy, some good can come out of them. And that was the case for one Florida family who lost their teenage daughter. Back in January, 13-year-old Samaria Glenn's family in Palm Beach County found out she had a brain bleed. She passed away a week later. Her family decided to donate her organs, which has saved multiple people's lives, including her dad's.
She would have wanted that. She would have wanted to save her father.
Her kidney was a perfect match for her dad, saving his life along with her other organs, saving the lives of 4 other people.
In sports, sometimes you have to put your body on the line. But what about in the stands? You're seeing video from a hockey game in Cleveland where a puck goes flying into the stands and towards a child. But one man jumped in the way at the last second, making sure the boy was not hurt. The boy's mom, who is filming, says this man is a hero. She posted this video and it went viral, and then the team treated all 3 of them to free seats.
So he was filming and he's the one who caught it. I missed that earlier.
No, the mom was filming.
Oh, the mom was filming.
Yes.
I was like, okay, now this guy is like a superhero. If he's filming with one hand, catches a puck with another, what can't he do?
He is a superhero.
But still, yeah, very cool.
Very fast reaction.
I couldn't even imagine. I would be like...
Yeah, he was definitely thinking of other people around him, which is great to see. Thanks so much for watching ABC7 News at 7. We'll be back here at 11. Hope you are too.
Real estate comes in all sizes. There's the big and tall section, the more petite section, and the swimsuit section. Whatever your size, we make it easy. You make it home. Royal Shell.
Don't just sleep. Sleep deeply. Don't just live. Live boldly. Prana Sleep. Sleep deeply. Live boldly.
At Farrah & Farrah, we do big things. We don't shy away from tough fights, and we've proven we can win big cases. Caring, understanding, and hard work is how you win. Farrah & Farrah. Here for you, here for good.
During the Jeep Celebration event at Cape Coral Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive any 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee for just $299 per month for 36 months. Cape Coral Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Pine Island Road or CapeCoralCDJR.com.
When it comes to beating cancer, where you go matters. Your first choice is your best chance. Moffitt's recently opened high-tech surgical hospital combines the highest level of urgency with a collaborative group of world-renowned surgeons, scientists, and physicians dedicated to defeating cancer. At Moffitt, we treat high volumes of complex cases and deliver cancer breakthroughs and innovations personalized to meet the needs of patients and their families. Now patients have even greater access to state-of-the-art surgical capabilities and techniques, performed by surgeons with decades of experience using advanced research and the latest technologies. By prioritizing unmatched patient experience, offering the latest screenings, treatments, and clinical trials, we aim to provide the best possible outcomes and enhance the overall well-being of every patient. For the right diagnosis, right away, call Moffitt to connect with a cancer expert.
Come on, let's go! Anything can happen.
What's going on?
When Idol goes live.
It was perfect.
And we'll reveal the top 14.
I think you found your roar.
American Idol live tonight on ABC.
When choosing a real estate brokerage, remember to look across the landscape or the seascape and choose one excelling in both. Whether you're buying or selling, we make it easy. You make it home. Royal Shell.
Get more with Jen Stacy. Weekday mornings on ABC7.
Tonight, O.J. Simpson's last will and testament. Who will get what? His attorney breaks down the payout.
But it's substantial.
Then, cameras roll a first look at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's new show for Netflix.
Girls in the middle.
And Tom Cruise teaming up with Elon Musk. An update on the movie Tom plans to shoot in space.
I think he would do well.
Plus, Coachella's surprises why Will Smith made a Men in Black return. As his son was caught kissing Justin Bieber. Plus, the No Doubt reunion with a special guest. As Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce watch it all inside their PDA-packed date in the desert. And...
'Cause I was just kidding, and now I'm just
Ryan Gosling's Taylor-approved SNL return, the sketch that had the entire cast cracking up.
I'm sorry? You're talking about me?
E.T. starts now. O.J. Simpson's last will and testament revealed, and a shocking move against Ron Goldman's family. Welcome, everyone, to Entertainment Tonight.
5 days after O.J.'s death, we're learning even more details about his final days. O.J. making it clear he wanted control until the very end.
Hospice?